Hey y'all, welcome back to ReligionWinked Tea V, where my spiritual ears stay. You are now listening to ReligionWinked Tea V's podcast,
all day long,
where you can get all your spirituality. So y'all, I was over on IG scrolling, and I'm just trying to look for content where I can give you 2 to 3 minutes of video commentary, be done with it, let you guys hear it out, comment on it, subscribe, like, share, and all that good stuff, right? But basically, I ran into a post with Kamala Harris thanking Black women for their support. Now, like if I hear one Black woman to another Black woman thank a Black woman, then it should be all inclusive. Like we're all Black women, right? But immediately when I ran into Kamala Harris' post, like maybe 4 or 5 minutes ago, prior to doing this video, it is 3:20 East Coast time here in New York. I just basically noticed the first sentence, and it goes on to say, I want to speak directly to the Black women in our country. She wants to speak directly to the Black women in our country. So she says in our country. So it's our country, right? And this speech is being directed to Black women, right? So the second sentence was appreciative. She says, thank you. The third sentence is what gets a little alarming to me, because even when I'm talking about spirituality or wickedness, we as a nation, we are people. We as Black people, we are Black. I always say I'm Black in all things, but in all things, I'm not Black. If Black people are out here acting like the devil, I'm not in that. If Black people are out here voting for white supremacy, I'm not in that. Things of that nature, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'll say, as we're children of God first, we're Black people first. I'm included in that, you know what I'm saying? And when I would talk, I won't necessarily say, and you Christians, I said, no, we're all falling short of the glory of God, not just certain people doing certain, wicked behaviors. But this third sentence here says, you are too often overlooked. Let's just pause right there at the period behind overlook, okay? You are too often overlooked. Now, what caught my attention here, because, she's speaking to Black women. And so Black women, you is what I'm reading here from Kamala Harris. In the first sentence, she said, this is our country. But then when she starts to speak to Black women, it's you. You are often overlooked. Too often overlooked. You are too often forgotten about, or not noticed, or not given an opportunity to run for presidency or vice president elect, because this isn't her first go around here. She has also ran for presidency once before, I do believe. But I'm just breaking down this post. I'll go ahead and insert it somewhere in this conversation if I can. But basically, you are too often overlooked. And this is where I believe she's separating herself from the Black women, because she is married to a white man and people are calling her Asian. We know allegedly and believe that she's of Jamaican and Brahmin Indian descent, still close enough over to Asia. But, a lot of people were going around, oh, we got the first Asian one, we got the first woman, first Asian woman, first Black woman. There's a lot of narratives about her ethnicity going around. But when I read this, she doesn't say we are too often overlooked in our country as Black women. She doesn't say that to me. I'm not getting this from her spirit that she's one with Black women, with Black people. All right, so you are too often overlooked, and yet are asked time and time again to step up and be the backbone of our democracy. So women, if you could be the democracy of white America and white supremacy, why can't you be the backbone of our community? Where if you start to focus more on your black community, you may not be overlooked. You may not too often be overlooked by other people in this world. So guys, let me know what you think about this whole entire conversation, okay? Because the last sentence says, we could not have done this without you. Meaning her and Joe Biden. Now she includes old Zaddy, old Uncle Joe, Jim Joe Crow, right? She includes him in that we, but she never say we when she's talking to black people, specifically the black woman. She says, we could not have done this without you, black woman. Her and white supremacy and Joe Biden could not do this without you. She did not say we could not have done this together as black people. It would have been more reassuring, more affirmative, but I just pay attention to words. I pay attention to what people are saying. My spiritual ear stays. And I basically picked up on this as an insult to black women. Let me know what you guys think down below. Let's get this conversation going down in the comments. And if you like, I'd go live and hold the panel to discuss it more. And with that being said, shalom everybody. Thank you so much. God bless you and have a great day. I couldn't get back into my podcast to record, so I'm just going to show you a little bit of this article from Wikipedia and give you guys some more insight on Kamala Harris, predominantly her ethnicity, and some of her accolades that she has, garnered and earned and probably well deserved in her career. All right. So this is basically her Wikipedia profile. I will put the link down below. But again, I just basically am doing it this way because I could not get into my podcast just to, do a voiceover. So Kamala Harris was born October 20th, 1964. She is an American politician and attorney who is the Vice President-elect of the United States. And of course, we all know she was projected to win. She's a member of the Democratic Party. She is set to assume office on January 20th, 2021, alongside President-elect Joe Biden. And they went on to defeat President Donald Trump and Vice President Mike Pence in the 2020 presidential election. It goes on to say, Harris has served as a junior United States Senator from California since 2017. And I believe it was out in California where there was a truancy issue going on with Kamala putting out a decree to arrest single moms, parents, people having issues, whether it was medical, documented or not, with their children not attending school. She went through, some say like Herod, and pretty much arrested all the black families out there to an extent. And with that being said, being born of an Indian Tamil, and Afro-Jamaican ancestry, and I believe her mother is from Tamil, from Indian, and her father is Afro-Jamaican. There's Black Asians, there's white Jamaicans, and there's Black and white Indians, throughout the world. So I just wanted you guys to be clear that she's of a multiracial American, like we all are for the most part. And pretty much the predominant ones like Nick Cannon, myself, Professor Griff, we all just want to be the children of Israel, the original Israelites, and be multiracial in that aspect. It's funny how people can come from around the world and be who they are, but yet the people God created of the Bible, we can't be who we want to be in this multiracial America. So with that being said, Harris will be the first female U.S. Vice President, the first African American, the first Asian. Now, which one is it? African American, Asian. There are Black Asians, and there are white African Americans, right? And it also says the first Caribbean American to hold post in the United States history. So she has the African American, she has the Asian American, and then she also has the Caribbean effect, which I want to say to the people in Jamaica who may listen to this, you are the children of Israel as well. You are the tribe of Benjamin. So, America and the leaders thereof will continually divide us and set us apart, but we're all the 12 tribes of Israel, I do believe. So it goes on to say she will also be the highest ranking female elected official in United States history. Now, she looks a little bit like, to me, what's her name? Vanessa. Oh my God, what is Vanessa's name? I can't think of her last name. You guys know who I'm talking about. She used to date she was Miss America, and she dated, I believe, Rick Fox from basketball. Vanessa, what is her damn name? I can't think of it. Anybody know Vanessa's last name? Please put it down. I'm just having a brain fart right now, guys. It happens. So she was born in Oakland, California. So with her mom being from India, dad from Jamaica, herself, she was born in Oakland, California. She went to Howard University, Hastings College of the Law. She went to Alameda County District. She worked in the Alameda County District Attorney's Office before being recruited to the San Francisco's District Attorney's Office. She has a lot of accolades here, guys, but I just wanted to be clear on her birth. Harris defeated Loretta Sanchez in 2016 Senate election to become the second African American woman and the first South Asian American to serve in the United States Senate. As a senator, she has advocated for healthcare reform, federal descheduling of cannabis, a path to citizenship for undocumented immigrants, the DREAM Act, a ban on assault weapons, and progressive tax reform. She gained a national profile for her pointed questioning of Trump administration officials during Senate hearings, including Trump's second Supreme Court nominee, Brett Kavanaugh, who was accused of sexual assault. Harris ran for 2020 Democratic presidential nomination and ended her campaign December 3rd, 2019. She was announced as Biden's running mate on August 11th, 2020, and on November 7th, 2020, the race was called in favor of Biden and Harris. And do you think Biden reached down in the American community and chose black to pander to the black community to win the presidential seat? It's possible. People have all kinds of tricks up their sleeves, right? So with that being said, again, let's go down into her early life. This is where it gets more clear. Harris was born again October 20th. We are Libras alike, young lady, in Oakland, California. Her mother, Shamila Gopalan, a biologist who's worked on the progesterone receptor gene stimulated advances in breast cancer research. She had arrived in the U.S. from Tamil Nadu in India in 1958 as a 19-year-old graduate student in nutrition and endocrinology at the University of California, Berkeley. All right. Gopalin received her PhD in 1964. Her father, she received her PhD the year Kamala was born. Her father, Donald J. Harris, is a Stanford University professor emeritus of economics who arrived in the U.S. from British Jamaica in 1961 for graduate study at UC Berkeley, receiving a PhD in economics in 1966. Now, basically what I want to say here, guys, is again, coming from British, there could be, white British Jamaican, black British Jamaican. There's a lot of different multiracial ethnicity running in Britain. So, if she's black, she's black. If she's Asian, she's Asian. If she's from the Caribbean, she's from the Caribbean, right? She kind of remind me of Paul. He was a Benjamite, he was a Roman, he was a Jew, he was all these things, right? But nonetheless, they say he was the greatest apostle ever, and hopefully she can set the precedence of being the greatest female vice president elect, okay? And this may open up the door for many, 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 many other women who she say you have been overlooked, too often overlooked, all right? Hopefully she's not one of these women who used you to get to where she is and then she overlooks you as well, okay? So Kamala, if you ever run for president, we expect you in the black community who was the backbone of America and helped you get to where you are, except for me because I didn't vote for white supremacy and you just happen to be used by white supremacy to get the black vote, okay? But if you happen to make it to the presidency, make sure you reach down and get one of these black women that is too often overlooked, but in your eyes will no longer be overlooked, okay? You're going to stop that generational curse for us, all right? Because just like you, with all your accolades and all your history, there are fundamental black women. There are descendants of slavery black women that's just as qualified. And I believe these people won't feed into white supremacy once they get into the White House. And then, maybe just then, black America, as diverse as we are racially, may have an opportunity. If you guys agree, please comment down below, like, share, and do all that other good stuff. Kamala, we respect you. We love you. God bless you. This is nothing racial towards you. But when you say you women are often overlooked, but then say we, referring to you and Joe Biden, couldn't do it without us. Let's just hope you and Joe Biden keep that same energy now that the backbone of America was the black bone of the women in this society that got you, you said, to where you are. Shalom, everybody. God bless you and have a great evening. Peace.